and gentlemen. Of course, anyone is welcome to watch this video. But just so that we're clear, as you can see, it specifically is geared toward Black women. Okay? We have a different history in this country, we have a different set of circumstances. So, as you can see by the title, it says, Dear Black women, it's time for a reset. A reset is already here, it is already occurring. It's here. And I'm speaking about the reset financially for globally, USA, you name it. So there's inflation affecting everybody around the world, but I'm talking about here in America. So we have a reset. It's occurring now. It's not going to slow down. They're already forecasting there will be more job losses continuing up until the end of this year and the first quarter of next year. So reset. A lot is going to change. That's what a reset is all about. So we need to get information. I know Beyonce just dropped her new CD. I'm still on formation now, okay? For the use of this video. So it's not about, oh, that's the old CD. Yeah, but it's the principle. We need to get into formation because things are out of order. We need a reset. So we can all share our ideas. This is my idea. It's time for a reset. No more kids for the next 5 years. No more baby mama dusty drama. Now, no more kids for the next 5 years. Now, if you're in a situation where you can secure a marriage with benefits, I don't mean, well, I got married and you got to take care of your man. I don't mean that. No. A friend of mine, her son, they just had a baby. They're married. Yay! Doing great. But it's time for a reset because let's be real. How things are going, what we've been taught, is not working. The processes, the thought process, the groupthink of the community is not working to your advantage. It's working towards your disadvantage. So we need a reset where we need to, and it's my opinion, we need to think for ourselves. I don't want to hear what grandmama said and mama. Let's look at grandmama and mama and how's it working for them. Some of them are still sitting up on you. How's the portfolio doing? The portfolio is little Kiki. She's spending her money on little, and mama and grandmama, they're spending their funding on little TT. We've done the videos. $40,000 to get this one out of jail. Last video, one video, Black Queen Mama spends $9,000 because her son is in jail and he's in lockup and they beating him up and they threatening him something bad, me and my child, and I had to get Memo, and so far we paid $9,000 and we told the lawyer. What you want to bet? Those same Black Queen mamas and Memo, times get hard. They're giving all their money, their funds to these dust bucket sons and grandsons. You can't get any help. You know how to be seagulls unless you just knew. You know how to be seagulls. If you're trying to build out a plan, and don't be a Black woman that has one child or she's just trying to go to school or something, even if you have no child, there's no help for you. You're on your own. You've been raised to be a soldier, and then you take on everybody's burdens like you're a darn man. Say goodbye to Pakistan. Bye. Bye. So I said no more for the next 5 years. If you cannot, and I know it's very slim to be seen, you cannot find men that appreciate you, that has something to offer. I'm not talking about bus stop buddy. That's the problem. The expectation for Black women has been set low, and that right there, it has been accepted. It's been set low for generations, and you are taught to accept it. Well, you know how it is for Black men. Newsflash, honey. We know how it is for Black women too. You bear everybody's burdens. And when it goes down for you, good luck, boo. So for the next 5 years, yeah, I say no more children. Well, I'm already married. How are your finances? If you're sitting up here struggling and check to check, Both of y'all are struggling. Why would you go and have some children in the mix? It doesn't make sense. Get a video. Sometimes poverty is a choice. That's all the Black community has to offer Black women is poverty, death, and drama. No appreciation. Working like a dog and working for what? It's too many Black women. One is going to work, but how many mouths on the paycheck? How many she got to feed? Herself, her children, her boyfriend, her mama, her daddy, her neighbor, her cousins, her cousin baby mama. No. Time for a reset. I just saw an article, and I'll try and do a video on it, saying Black women are sitting up. Black women are basically the reason you have so much homelessness. One reason is, and it was a video actually. One reason is people have a problem. They come running to you, and here we go. Got that cape on. Here she go. What? There go the Black woman. She in the sky. She flying over to the east side. Gotta help mama. Flying back home in that cape. Gotta go to work the next day. Fly to work. After work. Fly over here to help baby daddy. Because I don't want my babies maybe my baby daddy in jail. Fly back home. Go to work. Fly over here. Her son is in trouble. Fly over here. Her dad is in trouble. Fly over here. Gotta help so and so. Brenda had a baby. Need this, need that. You're just flying all around in your cape. You're just putting the miles on you. You got a whole lot of freaking flower miles, but what can you turn them into? You're flying all everywhere in your little car. Got that cape. Boom. It's still the most disrespected and unprotected. Make it make sense. Did all the marching for the Black men's? No, man, we need business reform. Let them hold them out, and we just drop it like flies. 5.5, 5.5, drop it like flies. One dead over here, one dead over there, one dead over here. Baby dead. Somebody shot. Let me ask you a question. And I say this out of all sincerity. I'm not making myself the authority, just sharing an idea. Let me know what you think. Let me ask you a question. Let's say it's time to go to on vacation. Going to the Bahamas, girl. Yay. Everybody's going to the Bahamas. Okay, great. So you're going to pick you a ride? Would you pack? Now, everybody wants to go to the Bahamas. We're going to all meet at the Bahamas. See you there. Would you pack your bags? There's a man in the car. Why would you pack your bags, load up, windows up? He's in the car. You done pack you think you're going somewhere. You done packed up your bags. You ready to go. But guess what? His car doesn't have any gas. But I packed my bags. Maybe you did. The car doesn't have any gas. And he doesn't have any money for gas. Baby doll, where do you think you're going? You won't be meeting everybody in the Bahamas. Matter of fact, you won't be leaving out the driveway. Does it make sense to pack your bags, sit in the car, and want to go somewhere and there is no gas? And the car is not electric. We don't have to. It's no Tesla. It's not an EV. This car takes only gasoline. So why would you pack up your bags, hop in that car knowing there's no gas? How you gonna get there? And that's what happens when you carry the seed of men of the Black community, the seed of poverty D. That's what happens. And you wonder why. Then you start to feel stuck and be frustrated. But in the BC, this is taught to you, it's expected, and you're supposed to tolerate it. It's time for a reset. Maybe Big Mama did it, Grandmama, Yo Mama did it, maybe they did. Has it worked out for them? If something has happened to them, or if something does happen to them, are they going to leave you financially free? Will you have an inheritance or the GoFundMe link? Time for a reset. I want to have children. I want a family. I want to be a mom. I get it. I get it. But these black men ain't got it. You're wishing upon a pipe dream for most of them. You may have a few, very few. You're wishing on a pipe dream. It's like sitting here, I'm going to pack my bags and hop on a plane for the Michael Jackson concert. You be sitting here to a Never Never Land because it ain't never going to happen. Gotta face reality. And when some do pop up, let's see how he's going to do. Is he going to need you? Remember that black lady that they did the video on and he got ripped to shreds? He was saying his wife was 8 or 9 months pregnant. She's going on a full-time job, going to school, full-time job, going to school, and still cooking and cleaning. 8 or 9 months pregnant. Like some kind of working mule or working machine. It's time for a reset. I say the next 5 years, because I know some of you want to have children. We are in for a major reset. A lot of the Wall Street, we think we're at the bottom, baby boom. We're not. It's only Wednesday. I'm already down more than -10. It's not at the boom. My number looking real funny. Why? It's a freaking one in front that's missing. It's looking real funny. And we're not at the bottom. I did the video about the hood and trying to hear about Wall Street. Oh, you ain't worried about it. You would be worried about when they give you that tap on the shoulder and they tap out of you out of that job. Listen, they're even forecasting. A lot of people bought these homes. Yay, got my home. Oh my gosh, and the price went up. Well, guess what? Their job might be gone. They're already saying it's going to get to a place where there are too many houses on the market. Why? Because more jobs are going to be letting people go. More jobs are going to be letting people go. And do you really think, people normally say, well, go find a job elsewhere. Do you understand across the board when companies are cutting back, it won't be a whole bunch of hiring. Ergo, they're saying in the financial news, and I'm looking at about 3 different channels, I'll take their word for it. It's going to get to a point where it's a surplus of houses on the market. A surplus of houses on the market. Why? They already said. There's going to be more cutbacks. People can't afford the houses because they're not going to be able to replace that income. So what's going to happen? Well, you're not going to stay there free, boo. That's what's coming. We need to see if we can survive that first. We need to see if we can survive that first. So we can't be swimming across the river and carrying a whole house load of folks on our backs. Next 5 years, unless we can reach security with a man, with a partner, no more children. And I hate to say this. Now, let's not get it twisted. I don't hate black men. I hate Dusties. My father was a black man, and my father was a provider. What's carrying a black man? And my dad taught me this early on. If it doesn't benefit you, you just don't do it. My dad, he was telling me this. I was like, my gosh, what, junior high? I know what the heck he meant, but he was drilling it into me. If it doesn't benefit you, I remember even before junior high, one day this is going to happen. You're going to get married. It doesn't benefit you. What are you doing it for? You need to learn to assess things. That's what my father taught me. You need to learn to assess things. He taught me to read the room. He didn't say read the room. He said you need to learn how to assess things. How is it going to benefit you? And that's how I think. That's how I think. I talked to my ex today. I said, yeah. I said, man, that portfolio I set up when we were together, I said, oh my gosh, it's down by half. What are we going to do? I make a little joke. I'm like, Lil, if this doesn't turn around, I'm going to need to turn my allowance back on. Just joking. But you know what I'm saying? Left the relationship. Black women think it's something wrong. You say you didn't leave empty-handed, and that wasn't even a marriage. They think it's something wrong. Why? Because you were taught that black women don't deserve nothing. Taught they don't deserve nothing. And that's why when you see another black woman, what's this? What's this? Well, what? You left with something? Because we're used to getting nothing out of men. So when somebody said, oh, you was a gold digger, all of your food digging for dust, you must have low self-esteem. But when they gonna get somebody to get with Becky in and on black woman, oh, that's how they do. Then why the hell are you carrying these fools, carrying these dudes? They're not worthy of your womb. I'm sorry to tell you. There was a thing, and I wish I could find that email. Man, I've got only 5,000 emails, but I'm gonna go back and try to find it. And a person said, "Are we gonna talk about this here?" And anybody have it? They seen it was on Twitter. It was that pyramid. It had all the races at the top. At the bottom, it had black woman, and beneath her, it had black man. Now, don't forget, we're women. We can't. If that's the deal, look at all the sports players, all these athletes, and you think you got low self-esteem. Cut the bull crap. Hold on, boo boo. Look at all these athletes. Look at all these sports figures. We don't have anything like that for black women running no football, basketball, hockey, and soccer or whatever the heck. we don't have that. Girl, you see Kiki when she's running with that football. Oh my God. We don't have that. So even when you take all these black men making tens of millions of dollars collectively, still at the bottom, you on top. What the heck does that tell you? Remove them from the scene and see what happens. They really, seriously, think about that. They got making money in basketball. I don't think too many in hockey, but making money in basketball and football. Out of all that, with those men in the equation, tens of millions of dollars in the equation, you still on top of them. And we don't play sports like that, getting paid like that. Where the female linebacker at that signed a $20 million contract? Where's she at? So even with those men in the equation, all the sports arenas in the equation, they are still at the bottom collectively. And you hang around them, got low self-esteem. A black woman, she talked to me, and I just couldn't take no more. The way that black man talked to her and you allowed that, girl, I would have to take this headset off and get real interesting. I'm going to get real colorful with you, boo. Or just hang up. And I'm like, you listen to this? I would have hung up the phone. So used to abuse. So here's what I'm thinking we should do. Time for the reset. You have these men's children. They always complain. They don't want to be responsible. You already know that. If we could get, especially in the inner city, don't have kids for the next 5 years. Now, so you can really get into formation, we want to go ahead and form something beautiful. Guess what it's called? Anti-poverty. So for the next 5 years, wouldn't it be a freaking dream if you wouldn't even entertain them? You ain't got to divest. What is he about? Next. What is he about? Well, I still about mama. Next. Press the ejection button. What is it about? Well, I don't have a car, my bus. Next. You picking up struggle love. I got 2 baby mamas. Next. But I pay my child support. Next, you got 2 baby mamas. He don't qualify, honey. We don't need no alibi. And we ain't got to tell you why. But you got 2 baby mamas. You're not about building. You do not qualify. We need to respect each other. That's what we need to do. I dated a man, this is maybe 15 years ago. And he started talking negative about his baby mother. Honey, that was the first and last date. I don't even know the woman. But I'm a black woman and so is she. And you're talking bad about her, after she becomes your baby mother. To me, it spoke volumes. Bye. Bye. No, I'm not going to deal with this. I see how you move and I don't like it. So what about for the next 5 years? Since they complain so much about black women and child support, need to cut that out. How about you cut off the source? The source of the problem is two things. You're thinking that this is the norm and engaging with these men. That's the source of the problem. If you don't engage and don't get pregnant, don't have their children, guess what? More than likely, you have a better chance of living, a better chance of surviving. So let's say you thinking I want to have me your baby. Let's go ahead and add, like I said, a reset is coming. We need to survive this first. And I'm not gonna lie to you. You know darn well you cannot depend on these men as a collective. You can't. So for the next 5 years, here's what I think that we should do. It's time to get our self-esteem up. You have any extra money? Keep it to yourself. See, me, if it was me now, I would be buying some of Wall Street, thinking ahead. So maybe it's kind of risky. You want to do that? I totally get it. I'm not telling you to. I said if that was me. You have any extra money? Set it aside. You got money for him because you're paying for him on Christmas, holidays, birthdays. You're buying him this, buying him that. He's using your car, gasoline and all that. It's time for a reset. Unless we got a ring, we're not doing that pregnancy thing. And you know what happened, Roe versus Wade. I don't even want you to have to go through that, which I have my opinion on that. But it's so much easier. Just do not carry them. Don't get pregnant by them. Don't even get pregnant. You ain't even got to worry about it. Don't do it. And for the next 5 years, here's what we gonna do. How much you think you're probably spending on these dusties when they're staying with you and all of that? So I'm just gonna do. Let me just get my little calculator out here. Nothing major. Here's what we're going to do for the next 5 years. That we could just get so many women on the same page, especially the young ones. I'm not going to ask you, and I know times are hard, but for those that can, let's try and keep it simple. What if it's just $100 a month? If you can squeeze it out, and I know that's kind of hard with the rent, but just give you an example. Because y'all sure paying for these shoes. He using your car and your gasoline. He getting locked up in jail with tickets. We coming up with bail money. Liability. He already costing you $50 billion annually. So we're not going to keep it real difficult. You might can get you a second gig or start a business. Great. You got a new business in the Simply Said comment section. And trust me, I might have to do a backup because I see they really coming after me, but that's okay. Don't forget, I'm on about those comments. Y'all know the email address. So think about it. Let's say $100 times 12. Keeping it simple. That's $1,200 a year. $1,200 a year times 6. That's $7,200. Well, no, I'm sorry. We said 5 years. Yeah, my bad. In 5 years. So $1,200 in 5 years. That's $6,000. Okay. I don't think it's really that hard in some cases. Now, if you have kids, I get it. But for those that can, you may have to kind of forego some pedicures. Try to stick at it. After 5 years, and you can just put that, in your envelope money. You can do that however if you want to do it. And just sit that there. Okay? But keep in mind, some of us still can't do that because they're going to have more layoffs. More companies are shutting down. A lot of these VCs, oh my goodness, listen. They already have companies on Wall Street, baby, that's just shutting up shop. Company over. Ain't no 30 days. They ain't doing like Zillow. No, it's over like today, or like this week. Over. Then I'm thinking, wow, look, that company's over. Some companies, they invested. I did that in a small company of mine. I put money into to Bitcoin, into cryptocurrency. A small company of mine, I sure did. That's not gonna, sink the ship. That's what's happening. How many of you are going to be rescued by your man? No, because in the BC, we're doing it the opposite way. The women are rescuing the women, or rescuing the men. So let's say in 5 years, you just got this $6,000. Nice little change. Look around at somebody who's carrying the seed of poverty. Child, you can't look. Look at the cost of daycare. Somebody keeping a kid, food. It's all on you, black woman. Food, clothing, shelter. Well, you could have your one bedroom, man. Got to get you a 2 bedroom because you have a child. And some paying that big $35 a month. Yeah, way to go. It's time for a reset. No more children for at least the next 5 years. In 5 years, you can learn to invest if you would like. That's up to you. Come up with a savings plan to save some money. You can learn a new foreign language. Well, I think what most of us need to do, aside from those things, some of us you need to get to know you because you don't even know who you are. From day one, you born, then you're in a house of mama and dad, or in most cases, just mama, and a whole bunch of dysfunction. And get to work and go to school and work 2 jobs. When have you had the chance to sit down and just get to know you? You haven't. Whole bunch of drama, hullaboo. Then you become a baby mama, and then everybody's down on you. Nobody want to respect you, but time something happen, here they come. Hey, boo. Hey, girl. You think you might can? Then here come Mima. She done raised her lazy behind son, and she doesn't want to be bothered. Can't put him on a daddy because he disappeared. You know how these dusties be. They also DD, disappearing daddies. So then you're responsible. Here they come. All this chaos. Have you really got the chance to know yourself? Maybe you can try to start that business. People do start businesses in a recession. It has happened. It's not unheard of. The next 5 years, we don't need any children if we cannot bring them into the world of security. And if your man can't provide that, and he's not coming up with a ring, he can take his dusty behind on what he's saying does not mean a thing. It's just noise, just noise. They complain so much about the responsibility of having children, then why do it? Don't become an IOD. We have enough of them. Look in Chicago and Detroit. Incubators of destruction. So we really need, I think, for the next 5 years, no kids. We need a reset where black women are taking their lives into their hands. We're not doing what mama said and grandmama if it's not beneficial. And for it to be beneficial, we're going to need to see some proof. Okay, you did that, and where to get you? The proof is in the pudding. I don't want to hear about where, Say, do what now? All this taking these folk in that's making bad decision after bad decision. They sitting up here robbing your pockets. That's going to have to stop. It's 2022. We need to go ahead and get information. Why? We can't go get information with this nonsense that we're dealing with. We need to get information so we can experience greatness, experience serenity and peace. We've been fighting ever since we got here. You want to fight the system, dealing with stuff on your job, disrespected, and you go home and do the same thing. It doesn't surprise me why most black women would have low self-esteem. The angry black woman, I believe that used to just be an insult. No, the angry black woman is true because that's the only thing that BC has to offer you. That's why it's true. You got a right to be angry. I've been deninjurized, sanitized, and gentrified myself. And they don't say, I would rather be up in a field in a little cottage than be around a whole bunch of dysfunction. So it's time to, hey, gentrify your life. De-ninjurize, sanitize, and gentrify your life. You are in control, baby boo. You the CEO. You run the show. They can run their show. That's not our problem. Love children. Anybody that knows me personally would tell you I'm a sucker for a kid. They used to put the youngest one on. He was like 3 years old, telling me he need $40. You need what now? I thought it was saying $4. I could hear the oldest in the back saying, no, 40, 40. I need $40. Can't hardly get it out. I need $40. I'll give it to him. I'm a sucker for a kid. Love them. That's why I want the best for them. I want the best for you. I'm not gonna lie to you and go, it's gonna be all right, because guess what? It's not. Too many of us going night night. The next 5 years. Girls, ladies, from 20 to 40 to 50, you're the CEO of your life. We run the show. We have to. You can make the decision. It's time for a reset. No more kids the next 5 years. We need to see if we can try to survive this reset that's coming, and it's going to get really major. Time for a reset. It's time for you to sit back and think about your life, what you want to do, and how the heck you can get there. And sitting with a dust bucket and mammy on your shoulder, one, I know what that's like, child. You got one on the left, one on the right. You see a whole bunch of drama, and it's like, wow. Sometimes just sit back and be like, look at this. This is crazy. I remember seeing that, and I'm like, this is crazy. Look at all this dysfunction. So this person got all this responsibility. This Negro ain't doing nothing, and you got the mammy hollering at her because the Negro ain't doing nothing, but this black woman is in the middle, and she's supporting the mammy and the do nothing Negro. This is a crazy backwards ass show. This is terror. You sit back and laugh. So it's time to de-ninjarize. De-ninjarize or de-dust, sanitize, gentrify your life. The next 5 years, it would be a good thing to not, because this community is not a safe place to raise children. It's just not. You can't even sit up and look at ice cream, eat ice cream, you might get got. Watch TV. Can't even walk down the street. Buy a glass of a bottle of wine. The community is not conducive to being a productive place to raise children. It's not even safe for you. So why are you bogging yourself down with the seed of poverty? And you know darn well, anything that goes on, you're going to have to be the fixer. Who can fix it for you, sweetie? Who? Where the men at? This is a community where you're down every 5.5 hours. Where's the black men marching in the street saying, we're not going to take it? Where are the men? And don't tell me they're busy working, because we already know about that. Least educated, least uneducated, highly incarcerated, and they got the highest rate of unemployment. Where's the community? And you look at some of the community activists, most of them are older. Look at them on the screen. Every now and then you see a young one. Where is his entourage? Nowhere to be found. They're not trying to hear it. You've been carrying this community on your back for a long time. Time's up. It is not appreciated. Time is up. It is time to do something different. If you don't, you're going to stay stuck. Where is the leadership? Where's getting things together to say, hey, we got to protect our women? Well, I mean, seriously, it should be a whole bunch of podcasts saying that, but they're not. Time something happens to it, these Negroes be celebrating. We've been sopping up mammy boots and mammy biscuits, and wearing mammy boots too long. That boot is about worn out. The sole is worn out. It's time for a new pair of shoes. The next 5 years, I think black women need to try to survive this reset. We have not seen the worst. The worst is coming. It's going to get harder to get heat. This stuff is no joke. What my friend the VC told me, it is no joke. Going to be decimated. Who's going to come and save it? They better go save Becky. Anybody that does look like them. Where are you black men with money coming at? Why Goldman Sachs got to step up? You got all these black men with money. The billionaires, what are they? All these sports Negroes. Why Goldman Sachs got to step up? And you darn well know that Goldman Sachs ain't black. You saw what the Negro tried to pull on them. Try to pull a funny little thing. Got somebody pretending to be somebody else to get the money. So embarrassing. but you holding it down. Why? That's what we've been taught. Been taught that from me on, and maybe to hold it down, and don't you expect nothing. Why? Because you ain't nothing. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a new day. It's time for the reset. We don't. I'm telling you, you will be a lot better off when you don't have yourself. And for the ones that have children, for the young black women that do have children that need help, if they're positive, we can be there for them. If they have a business, shout it out in the comment section so people can buy and promote them. But when you have that one that's got 3 and 4 kids by a dusty hood rat man, and you can't tell them anything, do not waste your time. I wouldn't give them a dime. It's time for the reset. The line is drawn in the sand. Either we're going to try and make it or we're not. Either we're going to try and make it or we're not. Either you're going to give it the best shot or go ahead and perish with those diabolical dust bucket chocolate drops, because nobody has a plan for them. They're nothing but destruction. The line is drawn in the sand where you want to be. Keep doing like me, Ma, and Big Mama said, and don't mean disrespecting, but that mess ain't work. It's not working. Look around you. Gosh, it's not working for you. It's not working. You're having their children, they end up murking you. You already know I have to go into all that for the next 5 years. You'd be surprised. If you're working out, get in tune with you. A lot of black women have it. Wow, you just laid them down with responsibility from day one. You shouldn't have to wait till you're 50 and 60 years old to say, oh, well, I realized I like this. Peace of mind. What the hell you been doing? Child, living a life of just drama. Living a life just trying to make it. Trying to survive. Always on high alert. Gotta keep your head in the swivel. Next 5 years. If a lot of black women, and if you want us to be a mom, that's you, I get it. But we need to pump the brakes on the births. The community is not conducive to it. Unless you want your child walking down the street, getting shot up, having to run, it's just not worth it. For the next 5 years, black women need to starting today, we need to start trying to build for ourselves, build and think, put together some kind of programs. That's what we need to do. Start building and think. Get to know yourself. Get to know what you want first. Can you please try and do that? Save yourself. Nobody else is coming. Next 5 years, don't have any kids. Is he worth it? Is he worth it? Why are you getting stuck with all the responsibility? And these men will complain because they have to take care of their part. They do not care about you. They don't love you because they don't love themselves. I'm convinced that men in this group, they don't know what love is. These Dustinas, some of these old raggedy women, some of them, just be real. Letitia mama, she just got pregnant by some dude. Oh, well, I was drinking, and that party was on, and girl, Uh-huh. Look at the documentary. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So in the 60s, Chicago was a problem. All this time the black community. And what are you seeing? Baby mama, baby mama, baby mama. And I looked at that, and I didn't even get the finish. I said, this is crazy. It's insanity. We're doing the same old thing over and over again. And this is not working. It's not. And I'm really tired of seeing it. I get to the point now I see a black woman not doing well. It's like, I wonder not her. What's going to happen to her? What happened? She all sat in the press, a whole bunch of cheering. Where the hell is he? On bus stops. I look at something now being pregnant. It's like, sure don't see a ring. Let me guess. Another baby mama. Because that's what's expected. That's what they make you. So for the next 5 years, if we could get black women to not have, unless you can secure a marriage for a man is a provider, no more baby mama drama. When you have children by a dust bucket, that's all you're going to have is a whole bunch of, you're going to have poverty. You kind of see the poverty, you're going to have poverty. You may get death, and it's going to be some drama guaranteed. Next 5 years, concentrate on you. Concentrate on what? Well, I can't build wealth. I only got a little part-time. I only work over here, make X amount of dollars. You can come up with a plan, can't you? That may be the job you're doing today. You don't know, something else may come along for you, another opportunity. If you can, get out the hood. Go to museums. So relaxing. You can meet other people. And you don't have to tell them where you're going because they're going to start with their own raggedy mouth. But the girl said their old dusty mouth. I forgot to say it made me laugh today. But really, it's time to think outside the box. The BC has nothing to offer you but poverty, death, a sad life, stress. They wonder why you are so many overweight. All that stress. So yeah, in next 5 years, no kid. Is it possible if it's not much, if not to ask you too much, especially for the young of childbearing? Do you think enough of yourself to want the best? Is it too much to ask you to take 5 years of your life? You only got one. We ain't no darn cat now. Ain't no 9 lives. Is it too much to ask of you? Take the next 5 years of your life and just, it's all about you. Starting today, it's all about you. And my daddy taught me. It was not, what's in it for you? Dating this guy, what you gonna get? You might get murdered. You saw what happened to that girl that broke. You see what's been happening when they break up with them. It's all about you. It's your life. It's your time. It ain't your mama's time. Ain't your granddad. Ain't your grandmama's time. It's your life. You are the CEO. I don't care if you up in the PJs. You the CEO. You better get your pen and paper and start thinking. Get your laptop and think. What do I want to do? Type it out. And what you doing? It ain't nothing. What you doing? Oh, that's busy. It's not their business because people that think small, when you think outside the box, they try to always bring you down. And you got a whole bunch of hula boo, low performing Negroes around you. You're not gonna listen. Oh, busy. Why? What's up? Girl, where you going? Oh, I was gonna go check out something. Be incognito. Girl, you the CEO. You don't owe them no explanation. This is your shit. I wish you would. What you doing? Can I help you? You are the CEO. What you doing? Where you go? You don't owe nobody jack. You don't. I don't mean to be cussing too much, but you don't know them shit. When you can provide for me, then I owe you something. Other than that, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and tick a lot. Shut up. You are the CEO. You run your body. You run the darn show. So can you take 5 years out of your life just to think about you, what you want to do? Learn a foreign language. I have books stacked up. Every now and then, kind of flip it through. Learn a foreign language. They're not going to understand. Again, that's their problem. The line has been drawn in the sand. Pick a side. You can be in the PJs projects. I don't care. If you're in the projects and you only got your bed and your TV and a crate or something, that defines your circumstance. It doesn't define who you are. I don't care. You might have 5 kids right now. That's your circumstance. You can still start planning. No more dusties. Raise the children that you have. Make a plan. If you don't have any kids right now, Black women, I would say just don't do it. Get the chance to please get to know you. What do you, well, I don't know. Get out there and go figure it out. Go off to a museum. Go do things that you haven't done before. And some stuff is free. It's low. Go to a wine tasting. You don't got no money, well, maybe you can get you free wine. But I just want you to do different things. Do different things. Look on YouTube, all kind of business ideas that you can try to engage in. Me, I am so hooked on this art. Oh my God, I am so hooked on it. So hooked on this art. And then other people that already have money. Well, if you come across this, I want you to know. And I look up, I'm like, oh my God, I just saw that I just Googled it and saw it on YouTube. So you have that kind of art. Gotcha. So for the next 5 years, I am practically begging you. I'm not on bending knee, but I'm begging you. You're the CEO. Can we see if we can survive the reset? And just make everything about you. Make everything about you. You are what's important. You're the future. If we're going to go anywhere, It's going to have to be the women. And that's just my opinion. That's what's going to have to build. But we can't build if we're loaded down with a lot of responsibility. We can't be our best if we're all stressed out and carrying the seed of poverty. So for the next 5 years, I don't care if you have $2 in your pocket and you can feel good about yourself. You are the CEO. You're the one in control. If mom and them sitting up here, and real quick, I'm going to touch on this right here. And a lot of people, like I said, not going to like the video. Okay, it's fine. We got some parent life is business. What we're not going to sit up here and do is have these mammies giving their money to their sons. I know how mammies do. It's time to have a conversation. It's time to talk about some life insurance or a burial. And if she don't want to talk about that, then what you're not going to do is come up here raiding our pockets and our time. Go get your son to take care of you. I'm seeing too much of that. Then, oh, she done died. Then you look up here, how many years you dealing with? I know somebody now is like, dang, you've been dealing with this for 10 years. 10 years. Out of 50, no, my bad. Dealing with this for going on about 13 years. It might be more than that. Oh, no, we near 20. Because I remember, oh my God, 20 years. Can't hardly save a dime. All money going out, taking care of a parent. And I understand that. But the parents have a house, and it's like, I'm like, so she spent $50,000 then, 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago, and then you still been doing this for another 10. Just tired and drained. Work 7 days a week, and then you work again. They can't get a weekend off. A relaxing time is going to the grocery store. Oh, I don't get manis and petties. Well, it could be relaxing. No, gotta watch every dime. But then the parents have a house, and if something happens, you're gonna split it up between the 3 sons. Oh, I got you. But the daughter, you're gonna run her ragged. Yeah, oh my, that's been going on about 20 years. Wow. Life is business. It's time to get things in order. So when it gets to that, I know this is not something that Black folks are comfortable with. So hey, we're seeing what's going on here. So we need to go ahead and get some papers together, like will, power of attorney, because I'm being responsible. This is my life, and I want to be there for you, but I have to make sure I'm protected. And if they don't understand it, they don't want to do it, then they let you know. That parent, I'm sorry to tell you, and I know this goes against Black culture. You're just supposed to do whatever they tell you to do and shut your mouth up. No. That parent just wants to pretty much, they pick you out to be the one they're going to go ahead and run your life into the ground, consume all your time, and leave all the access to somebody else who's been going on with their life than what they want to do. So if we got to take her Black Queen Mama, it's time to start getting some life insurance, because life happens. Black folks want to talk about that. Then time something happens, stand up looking crazy. Well, we got to do a GoFundMe. Or we got to hurry up and get out this house. That paper gonna be due. Can't nobody afford to stay here. This is ridiculous. Life is business. The next 5 years, I would say no children. No children, no struggle bus. And if there's a Black woman that's trying hard and she needs some help, hell, let's try to ban to help that girl. Is the industry causing a lot of problems? Just get the little money that you can get and keep it moving. Try to help that person out. We have to save ourselves. Nobody else is coming. Anybody having children by the seed of poverty D, you really need to, honey, go get yourself some counseling. So we can go the next 5 years. If you cannot secure a marriage or ring, and where a man can be a provider, if carrying his seed is gonna get you on a struggle bus, honey, you out of luck. Your life has pretty much been determined. It is more than likely it's gonna suck. I'm just gonna be honest with you. For the next 5 years, no children, none. If he ain't talking about a ring, a home, Mr. Security, and I don't mean when he come move in with you, he needs to put you someplace. That's how most men do it. That's how real men do it. They put you someplace. But for the next 5 years, I think some men would be so much better off if they would just do not even get with child with these men. It wouldn't, I mean, to be honest with you, it's not even worth dealing with. You're going to have less death. Yeah, look how many black women get pregnant and get murdered. Less death. You got a greater chance of survival, I promise you. A greater chance of survival. Don't leave alone. You'll be so more than likely you got a greater chance of survival. You'll be alive. You'll have more money in your pocket because you won't have to pay and feed him. Because that's what's happening. It's the opposite way around. The women are supporting the men. You have less miles in your car, less oil changes, so that way if it's in an accident, you trade it in, you can get more money for it because you don't have no, you're not taking on a little TT stroll. That's embarrassing because most of them do, a lot of these dusties, they always do something stupid. But your life would be so much better off. So the next 5 years, get in tune with you. You're the CEO. You run the show. Get in tune with yourself. Well, I don't know what I want to do. Then just sit down and you can think about it. But no more kids for the next 5 years. This community, I'm sorry to tell you, it is not safe. It's death and destruction. It is going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. And if you want to raise your kids like that, girl, you go ahead and go to it. But if they get a bullet to them, guess what? You put them there. Why? Poverty sometimes is a choice. And when you carry the seed of poverty, baby doll, it's guaranteed. Next 5 years, no children. Get to know you. What do you want to do? Work toward that plan. So we need to make sure we can survive this reset. There are going to be more job losses. This is not going to end well for a lot of people. They're saying people are going to be wiped out. Some people have already went through their savings. So then you imagine a job loss. This with houses, they're saying it's going to be too many houses on the market. Why? More companies are going to be laying off. And we sure don't have trusted parents running up and down the hood streets, not in Pakistan. Most of the parents are selfish. So next 5 years, I want to tell you, if you do not carry the seed of poverty D and get in tune with yourself, you got some time on your hand, learn a foreign language. Hell, some people, they make a living speaking English, teaching English. Teaching English. You definitely got that down, don't you? Work on you. Find out what you want to do. But don't carry the seed of poverty D. Do not entertain it. You can read a whole lot of books and figure some things out. Work on you. And in 5 years, if you can do that, don't deal with these old dust bucket men. Don't have their children. If you can save you a little money, maybe consider about investing. I guarantee you, the ones that sat up here and still had kids about so and so, I had to tell you, some of them gonna be dead. Gonna wish you had learned Simply Said. The ones that went along with the plan for Simply Said, consider and say, hey, you know what? I think this may be a better fit for me. Compare your life to one, because somebody gonna go ahead and have a little Monte, baby, and it's gonna be crazy because he gonna get shady. Some of them gonna end up dead, scared, paranoid, beaten up. Definitely gonna end up broke. If you follow this plan, next 5 years, I'd highly recommend just don't have any children. Then decide, okay, what do you want to do? Then that way you're more in tune with yourself. You know what to look for in a spouse. So something to consider. We need to get information so we can pursue our greatness. And the mindset of the BC, what's happening with me, Ma, and your mom, and all of that, that I'm sorry to tell you, is not working. We've been having these problems for decades. It's not working. So the next 5 years, think about it. The money you spend on your boyfriend, on your man, you're trying to build him up, put that money in an account for yourself. Put that aside for you. You are the CEO. And being a CEO, you can determine who stays or who goes. So yeah, these men always complain about you. It's time to do something different. Don't carry the seed of poverty, D. Just don't do it. No more baby mama drama. We need to be on a trajectory of peace, prosperity. Why? It's 2022, and it's got to be about you. And I'm out.